Hello there, Scorpio. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Scorpio for February of 2020. We've made it 2 months into the year already. For those of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We'll use the bottom card on the deck for overall view of the month. Um, and the other thing is we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. Makes all of us Scorpios name Frankie for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. I don't think the cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month like an overall theme for us. Now, I have a short message for us, and it's kind of like, you know how we know a lot about a lot of things and we keep a lot of secrets? We're the detectives in the whole entire astrological realm, and I'm not an astrologer. But what I'm hearing is if you say you're going to do it, do it. And it's like for other people. If you told me you're going to do something, do it. And then comes this like strong attitude around it because I know a lot and people come to me because I know a lot where I may just speak my mind. But here's the deal. We know what to speak and what not to speak. So we'll know if we start speaking when to bite our tongue and leave the rest of the story off. But it was like if you said you're gonna do it, do it. Like you said you did this, you said I'm going to do this, and this. Then you stick to it, you be the one to do it. We have good words here. They're faith, expectancy, education, healing, and harmony. We have a bunch of very strange cards. I'm not quite sure how they're going to work out for us, but I'm sure Spirit will work it out one way or another. I think we're like moving forward on some kind of new path or doing something that involves, like planning or something along those lines for some reason, just looking at the lay of these cards, and it might have us a little bit worried, but it seems to be something that we're going to do. So if the other person said they're going to do something, I'm going to be expecting them to do it. Whatever. It came out pretty strong. I don't know what it's going to be about work maybe, or relationships and somebody not living up to what they said they were going to do. Look out, Hannah, because we got the first two of pentacles. All twos are about making choices, and this two is we're juggling money, or we are getting money from two different sources of income. Maybe juggling to make ends meet sometimes. Still, if it's good, it's pentacles, so it means good fortune because it's pentacle, money, earth energy, and earth energy stuff. Maybe we're having a little bit of financial difficulty, or maybe we're saving for something, but it usually means money's on its way. Maybe that's why we're tight right here, right now, but we might be deciding between two different options to choose from. You know, um, concerned about concerned about our abundance sometimes, concerned about our financial flow sometimes will come with this card. But we have faith down here, expectancy and healing. You know, so I know that it means things are coming up. Um, when we get the Two of Pentacles, things are coming up, moving forward. Good money coming finally or at last. But when we get this card, we have to make choices with this card. So it's time for us to make the choice, even if we're not sure of the outcome. So we come down on one side or the other and we work towards that, you know, in full faith and expectancy, like our words down here, and just moving forward, right? And this too, maybe we're a student at college and our parents are still sending us money, or perhaps, and we have a job on the side too, and there's something special we want to do, or we're saving for a trip, because we have a card here that could mean some of us might be going on a trip, or saving because of a new job, things might be tight in between. It's that type of energetic going around this one for this month. And the more I look at it, the more I feel it like coming forward, because there's something that we are worried about, or something maybe we had on our mind, because our next card here is the Nine of Swords energy, and that's a card of sleepless nights, when we are having tension and worried about things, unhappy, looking like regrets over past mistakes, things like that, unhappy, tense in our minds. Whether the fact, because this swords energy is air energy, and that's energetics of the mind. So that would be whether the facts bear it out or not. And sometimes the facts do. It's like, sometimes the facts do bear it out. But you know that the tiger at the door, the saying for the tiger's at the tiger's at the door, don't open it up. You know, what what we fear the most is what the card actually says. The thing we fear the most is the thing that never happens. So we open up the door. Outside the door is a pussycat and not a tiger, which my cats will not like, because I got one that's sitting down here on the floor always playing with post-it pads. I don't know why she likes them, but if you hear all the shuffling, that will be my cat, Chevelle. But this is like sleepless nights. Our mind, we might be having bad dreams, we might not know where they're coming from, but when things come up like that, they're usually coming to the forefront for us to process them and move on from them. Just like that choice we're making with this Two of Pentacles down here. Process it, move on with it, and get to the bottom of it, because the thing that we're fearing is not, it does not come to pass. And the energetics of this reading kind of show it's not coming to pass. So Frankie, when I think about this card, I think, and I don't know about you guys, but have you ever done this where you're all night long, you maybe had an argument with a friend or your husband or wife or something, or in the daytime a co-worker, right? And they got the upper hand, and you're laying in bed all night long thinking about this argument, and you're saying, I should have said that to them, and I should have said that to them, and all that kind of energy going on in your head, and they're home sleeping. They forgot it even happened, and I'm the one that's losing sleep over it. So I call it the little man in my head that goes on the broken record, okay? So just stop the stereo. For any of you out there that are old enough to know that they actually had records in the old days, if they'd skip, and they'd repeat to the point where you're like, good God, shut off. That's what this card is. So it's like, go to bed, don't have the argument in your head, just stop that type of energy right there in its tracks, because it's probably keeping me awake, because I'm doing that particular type of energetics that's not going to be helpful for me. I'm replaying situations and saying what I should have said that I didn't say. It's that type of energy. It's weird, but we have the word healing, so have faith and expectancy in the fact that the choice I make, is going to be the right choice. For a lot of us, this might be business finance things too, um, or, could be that type of energy because our next card here is fresh new start. Ace of Rods energy, Ace of Wands energy, fresh new start, new beginning. It usually will involve some type of enterprise, like something to have to do with business finance. And we have two pentacle cards in here, not just the two of pentacles, but two of them. So it shows we planted the seeds for like new growth or new possibility, creative money making things, money making ideas. The key to it is what we're doing with this is freedom from restraints that hampered us in the past. And that might be that card that our Nine of Swords energy that's keeping us awake at night. So when the things that hampered us in the past, we're trying to move forward, right, and get into this new energy. So it's enabling us to take on a new role or forge like a new identity. But this usually is a work energy. But because these are general readings, I'm going to say that it could be energetics of a new relationship also. Now, remember, all aces are fresh birth. So if you don't want, it's not just fresh new birth of an idea. Sometimes it's birth of a child. So all the aces can mean birth of a child. This one usually is birth of an idea, creative project. It's going to get me out of the mess I've been in for years and years, and it's going to work. Because it's ace, may take a little time based on this next card that I'm seeing here, but I don't think I don't feel a lot of time. But we're in that energetics of holding tight and doing balance with that Two of Pentacles, and then comes the Four of Pentacles, which they actually call the Miser card. So it's someone who's holding very tight to their money or material possessions that we already have. We might be feeling that we're threatened with some kind of loss, and we're trying to prepare ourselves for it by closely guarding whatever it is we have. But it can mean we're hanging on tightly to somebody, something, some kind of, either it's our possessions or a situation. When this four comes up, there could be fear of the change, but we're doing it in an inflexible manner, like end of the story type manner. It's that kind of energy. We're not bending either way. There could be, we're afraid of the change that's involved, or we're simply, maybe just comfortable where we are right now. But change is part and parcel of life. And that's what the card actually says. And you have to be able to kind of accept whatever comes along. So if I'm hoarding money without purpose, the card kind of is energetic that would stop my flow. But if I'm sitting tight on my money because someone else is always, how do I want to say this? Because someone else is always wanting my money, and I'm working, let me think how to put this, I'm working doubly hard, right, to provide them with the two sources of income. I'm doing two jobs to keep providing, and they just keep asking for more. I might want to sit on that money. It's that kind of energy. So I don't know where it's coming down. It could be, maybe I'm looking towards for a promotion, and my company is saying we don't have the funds yet. So I know I'm not going to get that promotion for a while, and I need that extra money that I'm hanging on to. But a lot of times this is just saving for something I want. Or even if I'm moonlighting like a second job with this Two of Pentacles energetics, it's um, because obviously I want to get out of the situation I'm in, you know? So it's not a card of sharing. So look at myself and see if I'm hoarding unnaturally, because we Scorpios are so generous, or if I'm doing this purposefully and for a reason. Because if I keep giving inappropriately, I'm not allowing maybe someone else to heal, you know? Maybe it's could be that kind of energy, because it feels as if all all that we're doing this month, or all that may be giving us that sleepless night, is because we're coming into like a fresh new start or a new beginning, where we're going to feel that safety thing. Because our next card here is another one, business finance, page of rods energy. That's fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius type energy. And this is a message this page is a messenger. It brings a message of importance, that something that's really important to a current project or a current situation. But usually it means work. The information, the information is positive when it comes to us, so we are going to get ahead. Even if we've been doing this juggling and being miserly, we are going to get ahead. If it, and if this card represents another person in our life, because we're water energy, it could be coming from a younger person, you know. Um, but I feel along these lines with that Ace of Rods at the same time, some of us might want to take on this, um, maybe a little bit more of the fire energy with the Ace in there, like that stepping up, looking forward in my work, that kind of energy. Because this particular page, male or female, they're really eager about like to experience work or experience a different kind of work energy. I actually think this is probably going to be some type of work energy around us, but this card can also relate to international travel, like meetings with foreigners. Maybe I'm traveling somewhere to go see about a new job that's going to change everything for us. Can be philosophical interest too, but it doesn't feel like this. It could be the person bringing us the message, or this could be us going and, like starting a whole new path with that Ace of Rods. I don't know where these come down. Maybe some of us went through a divorce situation, because right under that Two of Pentacles here, I have a Two of Swords, which could be a bad relationship, basically, or a decision that we're denying we have to make, or not just looking at it clearly. So there's two twos in there too. I think for the most of us, some of us could have got out of a bad relationship, and that's why we're holding on to funds, or and this could be a new relationship coming in, you know, with that Nine of Swords energy. Others of us, I think this is going to be like a direct relationship to maybe getting a new job that gives us a lot more money, a lot more space. So if I have to educate myself, because our one word down here is education. Maybe if we need a little upgrade in our education, do it, but have faith and expect that it will go well, or that it will go um, the right way, the way that is suitable and conducive to me moving forward is what they're saying. Me moving forward. Not having to be in that energetics of struggle all the time. What do we have here? Giving and receiving. What I say about the miser card. Giving and receiving is our angel card here. Oh my goodness, it's dark in here today. I won't be able to get the glare off of there for you. It says the entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale or give or only inhale and receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. It feels like we're holding, holding on to something maybe that we were afraid of. Maybe that original message, if you say you're going to do it, do it. If you made an agreement, stick to it. It's that kind of thing, but it's not on our part, is what I'm hearing. It's on the part of another, that told me basically went too far. Told me basically they were going to do something. Anyhow, the angel sent this card to you because your giving and receiving ratio is out of balance lately. If you've been giving much more than receiving, you're likely feeling that others are taking advantage of your kindness. That's that miser card and the Two of Pentacles, that Four of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. If your imbalance is receiving more than giving, you may have felt uneasy, depressed, or guilty. While it's impossible to perfectly balance giving and receiving, each day you can strike a healthy balance. To do so, make sure you give something like time, money, a gift, or a compliment on a daily basis without expecting anything in return, and on the same day, be a gracious receiver. Two of Pentacles can mean that we are receiving money also, like from someone else. Say thank you if we are receiving it from someone else. Say thank you, it says, without embarrassment or guilt. In relationships where you're the primary giver, express your needs and ask for help. In your relationships, make sure you both give and receive, because that Two of Swords that's under there, that's a denial energy that builds resentment. So think about that. The situation you're asking about requires balanced male and female energy. To receive, first you must give, tithe whatever it is you need more of, time, money, items, and so on, and affirm, I now receive good graciously in my life. That was kind of a confusing card reading. You guys are going to have to tell me where this all comes down. I think it has to do with work or leaving a relationship and getting into a new one. Well, Scorpio, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, or if you need to set an appointment with me, all of the information is over at the website, and that's in the About section down below the screen. And there's two short videos over there. One explains the prayer class I put out for you guys. The other one explains the sutras. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It explains to you how to format prayers, why you do them that way, all that kind of stuff. And the sutras are simple thought forms. You put in a 5-minute a day meditation that enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. But they're like 5 minutes or 6-minute long videos over at the website. And to all of you who I've met through, now I can say this, 4 whole years of doing YouTube videos. February's my month, and to all of you I've met through 32 years now of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, privilege, a pleasure, and a joy to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.